Afternoon, everyone. Hello. And I don't chop belly full. Well, as you guys know, I'm really grateful to be here. I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but I can only say it's the work of God. I can only come here and say my story. I haven't got slides or anything to show. I'm just here to be myself and tell you who I am and how I got here today. And if I can sow any seed to inspire you, that's what I've come to do. I'm from a family of 6 children. First daughter of my dad and my mom, Mr. and Mrs. Anele. And scrawny ass small girl who grew up in Port Harcourt, which I'm sure none of you know. And went to Brereton College, nursery, secondary school. Same, if anybody, does anyone know Brereton at all here? I'm sure you guys know Brereton. So, going to school, same old, yes, you're a mathematician, you're good, A-star student, whatever you call that. But I've always had a passion for being myself, which is in creative line, fashion designing. And you know how it is in Nigeria. Open your mouth and say you want to sew. Like, what do you mean? Your mates are doctors, lawyers, accountants, even as far as medical, shall I say, professionals in things like nursing, because not everyone to be a woman, you have to be a nurse. So, Igbo family, mom, dad, okay, we'll send you to school, you have to do science, you have to do economics, you have to do anything mathematics. I said, well, I can only do one thing. So, my mom had a fashion house, which her mom passed on to her. So every time I finish my assignments and finish my homeworks, even have private teachers at home that'll teach you shorthand, I can't write shorthand today to help myself. They even taught you French. All I remember is, my name is, because it is, je m'appelle, blah, blah, blah. See, I don't even know. So, and I'll hide and beg my mom's tailors to teach me how to sew. They would say, no, you're a woman, come on, go and read your books. And started doing dolly clothes, you know. And then my mom caught me one day with paper and some of her fabric. They said, if you want to learn how to do this, I'll show you how to use the tape measure. And that took a turn. I started making my own uniform for Brereton. I had the best ironed pleats. You know how a uniform is. If you don't have the best pleats, then you look funny in your uniform. So my pinafore on my skirt was amazing because I could sew and I knew the lines. I had to iron the pleats. I even got small money to iron other people's pleats. So with that small whole sewing thing, I always got chased in school because my sleeves were that big, booba sleeves. You're not allowed to have long sleeve and mini skirt in schools. But because I had the thing in me that I needed to stand out and do me, which is what brought me to the topic today. Sowing seeds for tomorrow's inspirations. I got sown in seeds that my mom encouraged me, as well as my environment. I was bullied in school for being scrawny, flat-chested. I'm still flat-chested, but I'm proud. So, and they're like, oh, Skemabula, I had this name, this girl. I will never forget her. If only she can see me now. She called me Skemabula, whatever that means. I know it has something to do with skinny. Like, Skemabula. I was like, okay. I'll come home and tell my mom, this guy started again, no. She's like, don't worry, when you go to England, with your skinniness, you be a model. This, that, you do great things. And that had me have hope. So being able to leave Nigeria, Port Harcourt especially, graduated from Brereton College, went to England, was told I'm going there to go and do accounts. I was really good in maths. So I thought to myself, I'm in this big, different country where you can be yourself. I'm a really shy person in person, but if you look at me, you never think I'm shy. But I'm actually a very shy, reserved person. But being creative is the only place that I can actually express who I am inside. So I kept on pushing. Went to, A-levels, did pure math, statistics, economics. In my mind, I'm one big accountant. My parents loved that. On the other side, I would do people's hair. It made me meet people. It kind of made me my personal image as well as my shyness. I learned how to speak up because you have to interact with your clients. So doing hair, I put money aside and I'll be putting clothes together. Bought my first machine for £20. One old machine like that from a car book sale. My aunt was really upset that you want to come to England and learn how to be a tailor. When your mates are there being doctors and you finish school, you go and marry. I said, okay, fine. It's not enough that I can speak English and do mathematics. I'm not even allowed to do something that I love. So I rebelled. One day my auntie and I had an argument because I wanted a summer job. She basically kicked me out. 2 years of spending time in their house. I was so depressed, didn't know what to do because I wanted to do me, which was just chase my dream as a designer. She kicked me out. As you know, England, you're never alone if you know what you're doing. Yes, I'm from a home where I'm very sheltered, but my mom and my dad never ever taught me not to be who I am. If it's one thing, they always teach you to stand by your own words. So I took that. I wasn't ready to party or anything like that. You hear in England, everybody's partying. I didn't have time for that. So homeless, went to the shelter and told them, okay, I'm homeless. I don't have anywhere to go. I need to go to school. I'm in college. I'm doing math, statistics, and all that. And they obviously went to school, and my teachers had only good things to say about me. And I stayed in my first hostel called Centrepoint. It's a charity organized hostel in London. And of all places on Soho, I call that place Sodom and Gomorrah because it has everything, from drugs to trannies to everything, that you can easily be influenced to either be a druggie, have babies without marriage, just be useless, really. So for me, I had this thing, I know where I'm from. Being Igbo, my mom is Abia, my dad is Imo. I'm an Igbo sandwich, so you can't go wrong. So you can't go wrong and actually misbehave. And then you're hearing this thing of, they're telling people in Nigeria, oh, she's gone to go and party, we kicked her out, don't know what she's doing. So I thought to myself, I can only do one thing. I put a portfolio together, finished my A-level, had an admission to go to do accounts in London School of Economics. I turned it down, went to London School of Fashion, asked them to give me a form. That I haven't done A-levels in anything to do with fashion, but I have experience. I can sew. Trust me, anything you give me, I can sew. They're like, okay, fine, but you need Ngozi, you need this and you need that. I said, yeah, if you try me out, give me a month. If I'm crap, kick me out of your school. London School of Fashion is a big school, which I'm sure is known everywhere. So they gave me skirts to make. Normally in London, if you give somebody a skirt to make, they take a week. So I did the Nigeria style. 1 hour, smashed it. I said, look, I've made a top, so there you go. Try me out. And if it's a portfolio, I put a good portfolio together because I had to research. It goes to show you that if you keep pushing, there's nowhere. Everybody said to me, with my spiky shoes, I used to be really, as you can tell, I don't dress to be calm. I dress how I feel. From the hair to everything. So first showing up there, I was bright as you can talk about. But inside, I was quaking. It's like I was so scared. Everyone said, oh, you're black. How are they going to allow you to do this? You don't even have a qualification in fashion yet. I said, don't worry. Pray about it. So after my skirt sewing and everything, I finished my degree from there. And my school, London School of Fashion, they're proud to have me as a student. And I went on to St. Martin's because they had a scholarship thing going where they can pay half of your fees in Central St. Martin's. And St. Martin's is like the Harvard of fashion designing school. So I was one of those probably 5,000 Chinese people, and that's Nigeria, Schema Blue, part of them. I went through, and I'm very proud to say that today I have my master's and my degree in fashion design and technology, and I run my own fashion brand. It's something that I haven't come here with slides and everything because I want to tell my story. It's hard, really hard. It wasn't easy. But I took that seed that was sown in me, and my mission is just to be able to empower anybody else. If my story can make you go out there and push. Because Nigeria, they want you to be everything but not designing. But now, I come back and I see people going, oh, I'm a designer, I'm a stylist, I'm a this, I'm a whoa. this has changed. I wish they had this when I was growing up. And it all started in Port Harcourt. So how else can somebody, this Skemable is back to come out to talk about the one thing that she was teased about, which is fashion and me being creative. It's something that I can use to break any ice. Talk about, wake me up, that's what I can talk about. You tell me anything, I don't want to know. If it's fashion, I'll chew it up. I wouldn't even think about it when it comes to whoever. They compare me to Vivienne Westwood. If anybody knows who Vivienne Westwood is, she's a very, very open-spoken woman, strong. She's creative. Her details are amazing. If you check my work on website, you see what I'm talking about. They said to me that I'm the Nigerian Vivienne Westwood. For me, that's an honor. And then today I'm talking on TEDx, which is like, see ya, Schema Blue, she got there. So what I'm trying to say is, I haven't really done anything like this before. This is empowering, this is humbling for me. And I just want everybody, if you have even the smallest person, see them rapping, beatboxing, encourage, just nurture. If the government can even try and put syllabus in like schools to do with fashion, the way that if you go to England and America, they have, even Paris, they have a whole system that supports creativity. Nigeria, we still have a long way to go. So I'm here doing what I'm doing. I'm even implying this in videos because I'm tired of seeing people shaking their butts on TV and they call it music video. So I'm doing that to put in what I know image-wise towards that. So if I can make a change, so can you. And just encourage. I give thanks to God, obviously. And I'm going to conclude by saying, where's my slide? There's progress, perseverance, persistence, and then at the end of it, reality is a product of your dreams and decisions that you make in life. I've pushed and I've come to this today and I'm standing here. So if I can do it, that's Shai Schema will be from Brereton College, Port Harcourt. I call myself PhD anywhere I go. So if I can do it, so can you. And please, 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 if anybody can, just let the government do something about it because I'm tired and sick of people downing everybody that tries to be not a doctor. Not saying there's anything wrong with being a doctor. We need that because people get sick. But you know, there's nothing wrong with being true to yourself. So thank you.